안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to a brand new week with the Culture Wave. I'm Kwon So-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-trends, and K-musicals is one of our keywords today. We start off the week with our Monday co-host, Walter Lee. Hello, Walter. Happy Monday.
Hello, so happy Monday, and hello, everyone at home. Now, make sure you stick around for K-Enter because I've got some exciting news coming up.
All right, and we're also joined by our Arirang News culture correspondent, Song Yujin. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday, So-ah. Happy Monday, Walter.
Happy Monday.
And happy Monday to all the viewers of the Culture Wave. I'm Song Yujin, Arirang News culture correspondent.
So, Yujin, today you brought us a topic that personally I am very interested in these days. So, what are you going to cover today?
Well, So-ah, I'm a very big fan of this topic as well. So, a few months ago, I went on a business trip to New York, and during my time there, I kind of covered a story on the growing presence of Korean musicals abroad, which of course includes Broadway. And this is of course thanks to the efforts and hard work of many people. But I found that one particular individual has reached some remarkable milestones this year. So first, take a look at my interview with him.
Just like the lyrics, Shin Chun-soo's career is roaring on. A trailblazer in Korean theater, he's the president and main producer of OD Company, one of the country's leading musical production companies. This year, he made history as the first Asian to serve as the sole lead producer of a Broadway musical. The Great Gatsby, a stage adaptation of F. Scott Fitzgerald's classic novel, has been running at the Broadway Theater since April, grossing over $1 million every week since its opening, and even winning a Tony Award for Best Costume Design. And the momentum doesn't stop there. Next year, the production will make its West End debut. So, what's the secret to crafting a musical that's set to perform at the world's two greatest theater capitals?
The Great Gatsby is a timeless masterpiece with themes like the pursuit of love and struggles across social classes that feel so relevant today. We wanted the production to feel like one grand party, combining dazzling stage aesthetics with a powerful sense of tragedy.
But Gatsby is just one chapter in Shin's career. Back at home, the beloved Korean production of Jekyll and Hyde is gearing up for its 9th season.
Jekyll and Hyde helped me establish myself as a producer. At the time, it was seen as revolutionary, bringing together fresh talent from actors and staff to producers. For this 20th anniversary production, we focused on every detail, crafting it as a gift, not just for the audience, but for ourselves as well.
With a repertoire that includes hits like Grease, Sweeney Todd, Man of La Mancha, and Il Tenore, how does he decide which stories to bring to life?
Classic literature has universal emotions that connect with everyone, and classic musicals have songs that leave a lasting impression. Sometimes I take risks with experimental works that push boundaries, but at the heart of it all is my commitment to creating high-quality productions for the audience.
Shin also shared his vision for bringing Korean musicals to a broader audience.
I remember being a British producer in 2001 who was surprised to hear Korean even had musicals. Now, with the growing cultural and economic influence, Korean musicals are gaining global attention. To keep growing, we must see the world as our stage and support young talent to create works with universal appeal.
And he'll keep working hard to make this happen.
My next goal is to stage a production with Korean actors performed in Korean. I believe musicals can transcend language, and this will showcase the talent of our actors and the excellence of Korean musicals.
It's a decades-long passion that's driving Korean musicals to new heights on the world stage.
So starting here in Korea and then heading to New York City and London, so Broadway and now to the West End, I think producer Shin, he's definitely a pioneer in Korean musical in the industry. But using for international viewers and for those who are currently in the US or in the UK or maybe will make a visit there, how can they catch The Great Gatsby?
Right, so starting from Broadway, Gatsby has been on an open run since April 25th. And if a show is on an open run, it means it doesn't have a set close date. date. So it keeps going as long as there is an audience eager to see it. So you can check the show schedule on its official website, and you can book tickets either in person, online, or by phone. And as for the West End premiere, Gatsby will start its preview run on April 11th next year and will have a 5-month limited run until September 7th. And you can book tickets at the link you are seeing below.
So it's a little different from here in Korea, where we usually do have a sketch schedule, right? So Walter, you were going to say.
Yeah, so we'll see if the West End version also becomes a sellout success.
Right.
But for musical fans in Korea, it sounds like there's plenty to look forward to, well, from what's left of the year and beyond as well.
You're absolutely right, because many say that Korea's musical lineup for the latter half of this year and next year is one of the best ever. That's because alongside Jekyll and Hyde, which you saw in my report, there's also the very first Korean production of Disney on Broadway's Aladdin the Musical. I think that you guys will be mentioning it in the latter half of the show.
We will.
So that'll be running until next June. And there's also The Last Empress. It is a Korean musical celebrating its 30th anniversary with a new production starting in January. So I just want to tell our viewers, if you have plans to visit Korea soon, be sure to add a musical to your itinerary.
Great tip, Yujin. And you know, I liked how the producer Shin or President Shin mentioned how language doesn't really seem to matter in, you know, expanding into the world. So I really hope that we are actually going to see Korean language, Korean musicals abroad, because that's possible with K-pop too, right? I mean, with books, it might be difficult. You need to have that translation. But I think with music, I think the music itself speaks for it.
Definitely.
So thank you very much for that great topic, Yujin, and hope to see you soon.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Eugene.
Time for K-Enter News with Walter Lee. So Walter, it is Monday. Lots of developments in the past days along with the weekend. So let's start off with some updates with NewJeans and Adore.
Yes, we do have a few updates, and it has been a very long weekend when it comes to entertainment news. Now, it was announced on Friday that the K-pop girl group NewJeans had terminated their contract with Adore, but had agreed to fulfill their contractual obligations between Adore and all third parties prior to the contract termination. Now, on the same day, NewJeans actually appeared on Japanese TV's Asahi music program, Music Station, or M Station. That marked NewJeans' first official scheduled appearance since notifying Adore on their contract termination. Now, the interesting thing is, and the question is, why didn't NewJeans take the legal route to terminate their contract with Adore? Because experts do point out that a contract is generally considered terminated when one party, in this case we'll talk about NewJeans, delivers a notice of cancellation. Now, but NewJeans, they didn't do that. Instead, the group only made a public statement saying that it has been terminated, the contract being. So from the NewJeans perspective, the contract is terminated, but Adore insists that the contract is still valid and will need to initiate a lawsuit to challenge the group's claim legally.
Let's hope that everything will settle out well, but at least relieving news for the fans regarding NewJeans' activities in the future. Now, Walter, we also have updates on the Jung Woo-sung situation.
Yes, right. Last week there was speculation on whether Jung Woo-sung would address his ongoing controversy at the 45th Blue Dragon Film Awards on Saturday. Now, during the awards show, he presented and received the award for most popular film for 1212 The Day or Seoul Airborne, and also made a speech during the award, receiving the award. Now, during Jung's speech, he did say, "I sincerely thank all the audience members. I stand here hoping that my personal matters will not cast a shadow over the achievements of 1212 The Day and everyone involved in it." He then added, "I deeply apologize for causing concern and disappointment to those who have shown me love and support. I will accept and carry all the criticism. Now, as a father, I will fulfill my responsibilities toward my son to the end." Now, for anyone who doesn't know, the controversy surrounds Jung, who was publicly announced as the biological father of Moon Kabi's son, who's a model. Jung knew about the pregnancy but decided not to get married. There was also speculation that Jung may have been also seeing other women during that time as well.
All right, Walter, let's end off then with some heartwarming news on this rather chilly day.
Yes. So South Korean singer Im Young-eun, known for his song My Starry Love, has donated the entire proceeds from a charity soccer match to help people in need. Now, Im's agency, Mulgogi Music, announced on Saturday that Im donated the full 1.2 billion Korean won, which is over $850,000 generated from ticket sales for the Hana Bank charity soccer match. Now, that was held on the 12th of November at Daejeon World Cup Stadium to the charity's World Vision and Community Chest of Korea. Now, the charity match featured not only Im himself, but also celebrities and former current professional soccer players, including Kim Song-young, as well as Lee Chong-young, and as well as Park Ju-ho.
Ki Song-young, Lee Chong-young, and Park Ju-ho. All right. Indeed, a very heartwarming story on the first work day of December, I have to say. And I think it's not the first time that Im is donating not that amount maybe, but he has been doing on many other occasions before. So thank you for those K-Enter updates, Walter, and stick around.
Will do.
Okay, and now it is time to go over to our AI anchor Adi for what she has in store in the world of culture news.
Welcome to the Culture Wave AI News. I am Adi, here to guide you through the latest news and events in Korea's cultural scene. Here's our first story of the day. You've probably heard about South Korea's trailblazing artist Baek Namjoon, right? But have you seen his groundbreaking works firsthand? Well, now's your chance. The Busan Museum of Contemporary Art is currently hosting Baek's retrospective featuring around 160 experimental and innovative works of the late artist, spanning his early years to his later creations. It is Korea's largest exhibition dedicated to Baek since his passing. Often referred to as the father of video art, he was one of the most influential figures in contemporary art, both in Korea and worldwide. The display runs until March next year, free of charge. The 15th Gwangju Biennale, titled Pansori, a soundscape of the 21st century, concluded its 86-day run on Sunday with a closing ceremony. From its opening in September, the exhibition attracted around 700,000 visitors, curated by artistic director Nicola Burio. The Biennale featured works by over 70 artists from 30 countries, centered around pansori, traditional Korean musical storytelling art. The exhibition explored contemporary spaces through the medium of sound. An event recreating the Netflix original series Squid Game took place on the Champs-Élysées in Paris on Sunday. Some 400 randomly selected fans participated in the famous hide-and-seek game from the 2021 show. The event was organized by Netflix France ahead of the release of Squid Game Season 2. There will also be a special screening for about 2,800 fans next Tuesday at a large theater in Paris, where the first 2 episodes of Season 2 will be shown in advance. Squid Game Season 2 will be available on Netflix starting December 26th. That's all from me. Keep it tuned to the Culture Wave.
As year-end approaches, performances and movies that'll warm your heart are lined up or are waiting to be released. Movies turned musicals and musical turned movies are adding some extra excitement this season, which we want to delve into today with culture critic Professor Ji Hae-won at Kyunghee University. Welcome, Professor Ji.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So first off, let's begin with a musical based on a movie. There is a noteworthy release here in Korea that'll present the audience a whole new world.
Right. Exactly. So recently, about 10 days ago, one of the steady-selling Broadway musical Aladdin has arrived in Seoul. So the Disney's Aladdin originally came out as animated film in 1992. So I'm sure you guys remember some of those songs. You just the song and something else like A Friend Like Me and everything is like very, very famous numbers. And the stage musical was actually produced based on the animation, the animation by Disney Theatrical in Seattle. It premiered in Seattle in 2011, and after several trial productions, the stage musical finally opened on Broadway 2014. So based on the huge success, both the animated film and the stage musical, so Disney also produced the live-action movie, the films in 2019, starring with Will Smith and Mina Masad and the Naomi Scott. I'm sorry. The film was a global hit and pretty successful here in Korea as well, bringing almost 13 million audiences to the movie theaters. So now you can see Aladdin, Genie, and Princess Jasmine on stage. So the Korean licensed production of Aladdin finally opened at Charlotte Theater in Seoul, and the tickets are sold out until the end of January. And I was so lucky enough to see the show last week, but don't worry, it will be running next June, so you probably get a chance to see it.
All right, and I also heard that they're going to run the musical in Busan in July.
Right,
so we have still many chances to get some tickets,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
Definitely. And what do you think makes the Korean version of the musical Aladdin unique? And does it reflect the cultural characteristics and emotions of the Korean audience?
Yeah. Actually, the Korean audiences love Disney shows, especially during the peak season, like holiday seasons, like now. And it's Disney musicals as large scale and spectacular and family-friendly and happy ending shows. And of course, the Korean actors are amazing. So each of the leading character is performed by 3 different actors. So Kim Jun-soo, Park Kang-yeon, and Seo Kyung-soo are playing Aladdin, and Jung Sung-hwa, Kang Hong-seok, and Chung Won-young are playing Genie, and Min Kyung-ah, Choi Ji-hye, and Lee Sung-kyung are playing Princess Jasmine. So they are all fascinating, and the audiences could discover various attractions from the different actors. And especially the famous actor Lee Sung-kyung made her stage debut from this production, and who actually looks like Princess Jasmine.
Right.
And also the show has well localized for the Korean audiences. So it's like with the translation, audience-friendly translation, and hilarious local jokes. So it was super fun, and people love it.
I'm very much looking forward, especially Lee Sung-kyung, as you mentioned, it's her debut as a musical actress, but I did watch her sing Frozen's Love is an Open Door with Angmyu's, the male singer of Angmyu.
Right.
So I loved that duet. And just quickly on a personal note, I'm currently learning musical, and that's why I watched that specific performance by Lee Sung-kyung to, also kind of learn from her expressions as an actress on the screen as well as on the stage.
She actually has a Disney kind of voice.
Ah, right. That's what I thought as well.
Right.
So Professor Ji, let's now turn to cinema. There is a movie now currently in theaters that was adapted from a musical, and that's gained lots of popularity here as well. So tell us more about that.
That's right. One of the mega hit Broadway musical, Wicked, was recently released as a live-action film starring Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Wicked is based on the novel of the same name and a well-known musical to the Korean theater goers as well, because both the touring production and locally licensed production has been playing several times here in Seoul and several other cities. So Wicked opened on Broadway in 2003 and has been the best and steady selling show for the last 2 decades. So the producers actually wanted to adapt it into film for a long time, and the audiences knew about it. So many audiences worldwide have been awaiting it as well. So since opening like about 10 days ago, Wicked movie continued to break the box office record, with earning more than $200 million at the domestic box office, and as of now becomes the highest grossing movie of the all time based on Broadway musical in the United States, and as the first biggest worldwide stage-to-screen production. And here in Korea as well, it brought more than 1 million audiences to the movie theaters and critically acclaimed as well.
Right, so really famous worldwide. But taking a look at how it is being appealing to Korean fans in particular, I heard there were also some specific strategies here in Korea.
Yeah, kind of the strategies, like marketing strategies and like bringing more Korean audiences to the movie theaters. So Wicked in Korea has been released 2 different versions. One is the original version with the subtitle, and the other one is the local language version with the Korean musical actors. Some of them have already played the same character on stage, including Park Hae-na as Alphaba, Jung Se-na as Glinda, Go Eun-sung as Fiyero, and Nam Kyung-ju as Wizard. They all actually had the experiences playing the same character on stage, and translating musical theater like Wicked is not easy at all. It's because there are various layers of narratives and contextual or cultural barriers, especially for the lyrics. So the Korean language version of Wicked, the movie, took advantage of the stage production's translation, so which is actually already proved to attract the audiences to the theater. And Wicked movie has used strong marketing strategies as well for the local audiences on the various social media platforms, including YouTube and like Instagrams, and in some local spots, including movie theaters such as GV with the musical actors, who actually acted for the Korean language version, and some like pop-up stores. So audiences are getting more interested in the movie version.
I see.
And what's attractive about these sort of crossovers, and do you expect to see more of this in the future?
Oh, this kind of the movie to
musical,
stage, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of stage musicals have been based on the films, or they have been actually translated to films, but branding of successful works are very hard and very limited. So the production budget are increasing very, very high, which means culture industry getting more competitive and it's riskier. So for the producer's point of view, they wanted to rely on some existing brand of the successful work. So that's why that's one of the reasons behind the adapting works. And for the audience point of view, maybe they would like to watch the variation of the work they like. So it expands their cultural experiences and enjoyment as well. So I believe we may see more these kind of adaptations. For instance, in next year, not only the other half of Wicked, but the live-action versions of Disney's Snow White, Moana, and Frozen will be released. So we're gonna see more of these kind of adaptations in very near future.
That's quite interesting. So what do you think are some limitations or challenges that these adaptations face?
Oh yeah, there are successful works and or the flops as well. So the stage musicals and movies are very, very different media platforms. So while theater goers are somewhat limited because we have to go there physically, and the tickets are expensive than movie tickets. So, and the movies are attracting broader audiences. So the producing film is much more expensive than producing the stage musical. So that's why the film producers brought like big name stars like Ariana Grande in Wicked or Will Smith in Aladdin. So I think the casting for Wicked is one of the reasons behind its success. So casting is one of the obstacles for the producers. And sometimes that's right, sometimes they make some changes adapting works. So adding extra numbers or some storylines. For instance, a Wicked movie, they actually contains only one half of the real work on stage. So which is actually the producers added more scenes and like relationship of the characters. So, and you can see the other half next year. So, and moreover, you can hear the famous song Speechless only in the movie version of Aladdin. So like extra numbers or extra storylines. So they made the changes because they intended to attract the audiences different way. And in spite of these strategies, there are challenges though. So and I think the biggest obstacle is audiences' expectations, because they know how the original was successful and they knew actually why they like the show. So they have high expectations, and that's one of the obstacles, I think.
And keeping note of that, just briefly, what should Korea do to succeed in these crossovers in the future?
Actually, in Korea, there are some stage musical productions based on the film, but there are not many of them the opposite way. We do have Young-woong, the hero, the stage musical transferred to the musical films, which released 2 years ago. But that was the only one. So I think we have to learn more about how to produce it, how to create those kind of stuff from the other, like from the international productions as a case study.
Good recommendation. Thank you very much, Professor Ji, for your insights today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Walter, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave, and hope to see you again tomorrow.
How to survive in Korea. One room. So